Today we're going to be playing Don't Starve. This is a game that's been out for a while. I haven't really played through too much of it at this point. I've been meaning to. It's kind of a survival type game where you go around and collect resources and build up a base. And it's got a lot of really cool mechanics, a lot of wacky stuff can happen. Really interesting artwork as well. Let's see. Let's do a default world. We can control the settings of our world gen. Let's just leave everything at default for now. I think we only have access to this one character for now. Let's do it. There we go. I don't really know much about the story of this game, but it seems to be that you're this guy, this kid maybe, and there's that taller guy at the beginning who's like some sort of antagonist to you, and you get chucked into this mysterious world. Check our controls real quick. How do we access our map? Tab, okay. Alright, so a lot of what we're going to be doing, there's a day and night cycle up here that you can see. The blue segment is nighttime. And during nighttime, we need to remain around a light source, or else the darkness will just kill us. So a lot of what we're doing initially is just harvesting resources, mostly saplings and grass for right now. And we'll be getting some food as well, carrots that we find along the way, in hopes of getting some equipment together to harvest better materials and to hopefully survive. We're also going to be looking for a more optimal place where we can eventually set up sort of a base camp. And at the base camp we can have materials that are required to build better pieces of equipment and whatnot. So, picking flowers, picking food. So we have these three resource pools that we need to manage. Just for like our character stats. We have hunger, which decreases over time, as you might imagine. We have health, which indicates how much damage we've taken, and that can be hard to get back if you've taken a lot of damage. And then we have this sanity meter here, which indicates, well, our sanity, which when it gets too low, the world starts doing funky things. And we really want to avoid that if possible. So picking the flowers, we're picking all these flowers to help with the sanity stuff. We'll get to that later. We're picking these carrots, obviously to help with the hunger. Everything else is for tool creation. We're going to be seeing a lot of stuff in the world that we're really not going to do a whole lot with at the very start. Like these rabbits, we're not going to bother messing with them. At this point anyway. Our main thing is just to move around, sort of figure out a good place to find a camp while we harvest as much of this stuff as we can. Yeah, see, the rabbits will run away when we get close to them. They scare pretty easily. So I've only got a few hours of experience in this game, but I feel like I know the basics pretty well. Now, these are pretty interesting, these wormholes. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a flower crown, too. That'll help us keep our sanity up. We can jump into wormholes to teleport to a random place on the map. Well, it's not really random, it's, you know, predefined, but we don't know where it's going to go until we do it. And it costs a little bit of sanity to do that. We can see we're over here now. So we went sort of to the southeast of where we once were. Couple things that we'll find pretty quickly. We'll find paths and roads. These can be pretty handy because your character moves faster on these paths and roads. And we'll also find different biome types. We have this sort of grassland here. Then we have this sort of dark foresty terrain here. There's also like a sort of deserty biome. A lot of different stuff, a lot of good stuff. This over here is our crafting menu. So we can make various basic tools such as axes and pickaxes, which we'll do eventually. I'm not too concerned about it right now. We can also make different light sources. As of right now, we only have access to a torch, which is sufficient. And there's some various survival gear. But the big thing, for one of the first big things that we're going to do, is we're going to build a science machine once we get our base situation squared away. And the science machine will allow us to build all kinds of things that we otherwise wouldn't be able to build. So it's sort of a base buildy type game with a time scale progression, right? We're on day 1, and things will happen as the time progresses. So, you know, it's sort of a Minecraftian element of building lots of different stuff, but the game sort of has a trajectory to it that Minecraft doesn't. Like, the game will develop and unfold into certain things. Alright, so we appear to have gone in a big circle on that road. I'm going to keep following this road, because building a base near a road is typically a good idea. But there's two main things that we're going to be looking out for that I think are the most important for starting a base. And they're basically its proximity to one of two types of creatures. And these creatures are good because they produce manure, which we can use to fertilize a farm spot. Manure is a necessary component to creating a farm. Because we have food sources, but a lot of them aren't particularly sustainable, right? We're picking carrots randomly in the wild, maybe harvesting some berry bushes, but none of that's going to last forever necessarily. So I think we have plenty of carrots for now. There's also bees and stuff. The bees won't bother us right now. It's getting pretty close to dark. Let's see. And we can actually explore on through in the first night too. It's not a big deal, as long as we have a torch on us. Man, those bees are loud though. Okay, now it's time to craft a torch because darkness is starting to close in around us. And we can continue picking up things that we see. I believe that a torch will last through the night, but I could be wrong. It may not. Looks like it's a cold area here. We're getting kind of cold. That doesn't seem good. Heard something moving around over here. At this stage of the game, we are very ill-prepared for combat. We do not want to be fighting things. Picking flowers also boosts our sanity up. Our sanity will go down during the nighttime typically. Wasn't really necessary because we have that garland, but... And certain things will go bad over time too. Anything on this bar with a green bit, a green background, that background will go down and it'll start to go stale and then eventually get rotten. And that includes our flower garland too. The thing. Alright. We're fine. Yeah, you have a few moments that you can spend in darkness before it actually kills you. So, it's okay to just let your torch run out as long as you can build another one quickly enough. Alright, let's see. So, we haven't really found any of those guys that produce manure yet, so we're going to keep wandering. Maybe a good idea to make an axe here in a little bit. I'll go ahead and make one actually. And that way we can start harvesting lumber so we can have a campfire. Because Because with a campfire we can cook our food, which is always superior to eating uncooked food. Individual bits of food do not go very far to restoring this hunger meter either. That's why I have 8 carrots. It might actually be, that might be a little bit excessive, but that hunger meter does not replenish very well when you're starting out. Yeah, this grass is pretty damn important too. It may seem like I could kill these guys, but it's actually a huge pain in the ass to try to get them. Like just watching this, they barely outpace us, or we barely outpace them, but it takes time for our weapon to swing too. So let's keep moving. Yeah, just an individual bee. They don't really do anything to us. There we go. Alright, so we found these beefaloes. These guys produce manure. We found one at least. Usually where there's one, there's more nearby, but... yeah, there we go. Okay. So we may have found a decent candidate for an area near where we might want to settle. Because we have a road, we have these beefalo. Off to a pretty good start. And these guys won't be aggressive to us for most of the time. They'll just chill. Okay, we have an intersection here. See where this goes. Building a base near an intersection can be pretty good because you can have access to a lot of different biomes if the intersections actually have roads that go places. This one sort of dead ends out, it looks like. Pick up a little bit more of this stuff. We have a bunch of sticks and a bunch of grass at this point. Keep running into these coastlines. These things are pretty interesting. These spider webs, they'll spawn these little enemies. These can be a good resource as well, because these enemies will drop certain materials that we can use. And they're not too bad to fight. Like, I could probably kill that guy pretty easily right now, but it's just generally not worth fucking with things until you have better gear. Let's take this wormhole, sure. Okay. Wow, that took us pretty far south. It looks like we have some pigmen here. These guys are generally pretty friendly. We can feed them berries and stuff to get them to produce manure as well. That's the second manure source. It's just perhaps a little bit less optimal than the beefaloes because you have to feed them a berry. But we can start a berry growing operation of our own at some point too. And they go inside once it starts to get a little bit darker outside. Go ahead and cut down this tree here just so that we can build a fire when nighttime hits. This time around I want to build a fire so I can cook up those carrots and get our hunger meter back up. Let's see. A lot of lumber in here. Alright, we're hitting the coastline again. We got some spiders. Looks like there may be a lot of spiders. Maybe they just come out at night, I actually don't remember. That's probably what it is, or they come out during dusk. Got some graves. We can actually dig in these graves later on. Once we get a shovel built. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything down here so far that's particularly conducive to a solid base, though. Let's see, where was that portal? It's back north. Lots of spiders. Wow. Okay, there's some stone. That's the first bit of stone that we found. I think, anyway. Go ahead and knock it down, and we can set up the camp in a little bit. I still got a little bit of time. That one had that gold nugget, which we're going to need to produce our science machine. Like how the pigs turn off their lights when you come near. We can head a little bit north, I suppose. We're going to have to build that fire here in a moment. Here's a road. Alright, campfire time. Go ahead and cook all these guys. There we go. Those 8 carrots got our hunger meter most of the way back up. Go grab these bushes real quick. Yeah, and ideally, eventually as the game progresses, you want to be doing stuff during the night too, not just sitting around. Not like what we're doing right now. Yeah, and the characters' voices are these fun little musical things. Come on, daytime. Yeah, just go ahead and start moving. Follow the road. Alright. See, nothing of note that we passed up down there. Lots of dense forestry here, wow. More spiders. I feel like it's a pretty monotonous little area so far. See, is that pigman going to fight them? Yeah, he is. Uh-oh, we accidentally aggroed one. Just keep running away. Usually if you can put a screen between you can get the enemy off your screen, they'll stop chasing you. Nice. So this pigman is beating up these spiders. We can just take these resources. Silk. I guess we don't really need that right now. We can actually give the pigmen monster meat, and I believe they'll start doing work for us if we do that. That's something to keep in mind. Over here we have like a sort of corruption area biome. Which, yeah, tentacles will come out and stuff. It's really not worth messing with at this stage of the game. Have a decent chance of getting our ass kicked a little bit. Although, that's just a pond. Yeah, we'll head back down south, and if we don't see anything interesting on the way there, let's go back through that hole and try to go find somewhere good to start getting, what's it called, a science machine built up. Yeah, more corruption biome. I think it seems like it spreads pretty far. Also, we're going to want to pick some more carrots or something. It's going to take a little ways to set up agriculture. Alright, let's see. So, The beefalo were where? We're in here. It's really easy to forget things without particular landmarks. Yeah, I think that they were just to the west of here, because we saw this intersection and I commented on it. Let's see. Go ahead and harvest some rocks. We don't need any niter right now. Okay. Some sort of pig effigy. They are not friendly. Could have sworn we saw a beefalo around here somewhere. Maybe it was over in this area. Sanity's getting down a little bit. We'll pick a few flowers. Alright. That wormhole take us to there? Honestly, can't recall. Chop down one more tree here. That music really comes and goes depending on what we're doing. Now these saplings and these grasses, I believe, and the berry bushes, we can actually uproot all of those with a shovel in order to move them somewhere else. Let's just replace that monster meat. We're not really going to be doing anything with it most likely for a while. Let it rot, that's fine. Let's see.
Disconnected.
Disconnect from my voice chat thingy in case it decides to make noises at me. The beefalo were up here. Not sure where else it could have been. It's fine. We're still exploring. We'll find some stuff. Got plenty of materials available to make torches and fires. I believe it's possible to kill those birds, but never managed to do it. They always just move so quick. Alright, we do have a pig house over here. Let's see, is that water? Looks like that probably goes to water. I am kind of tempted just to go for it here before too long. Honestly, maybe somewhere around here wouldn't be terrible. Let's see, have we explored up through here? No. Another thing we can do too is we can make traps and place them above those rabbit holes in order to snare rabbits for food. And that can be a pretty decent food source. Oh, touchstone. These are useful because if we die, then we'll be resurrected there. Spooky sounds. It looks like there is maybe some stone up here. Yeah, there's a little bit. There's our altar. Let's go follow that road some more. Wait, was that a road? Yeah. Pigmen huts. Okay, I was wondering if we were in a graveyard biome. It looks like it was kind of foggy. Okay, so there's a pigmen hut over there. Suppose we don't need this equipped anymore, do we? And we can go a little bit further north, sure. The game's not terribly exciting starting out, just because of all the exploration that you want to do. Really find something ideal to start with. I kind of want to start a base near some of these rabbit holes too, so I can have a decent food source as long as I could stay up on traps. I need to make a campfire here just so I can cook some food real quick. Okay. Let's see. These are good rock sources up here. That's only one rabbit hole. Could find like some beefalo nearby. I'd really like to settle somewhere around here, I think. Okay, we're going to ignore this thing for now, because that thing will beat the crap out of us. Let's see. We haven't been down this road, I don't think. Yeah, really nice quarry up here though. Tons of rocks. Wow. Another one of those birds. Yeah, they guard those eggs. We really don't want to mess with those at this time. Don't have any more food in our inventory. Probably a good idea to start grabbing some. So let's see. Really like to just settle somewhere here soon so I can build that science machine. And I can start doing things like this. Making a backpack so we have extra inventory space, all that sort of good stuff. Those sound effects. Okay. Well, this feels kind of similar to the other one that took us down south. Well, actually, I could see going with this. We have pigmen nearby. We have that portal. We had a spider nest up there. That's useful. Maybe not. Looks like this might sort of dead end out here. Yeah. This place seems like it might just be a little island or something. But maybe not. Yeah, the Pig King. Just chilling there, I guess. First paved road that we've seen in the game. Not sure if that really means anything or not. It's a lonely world. Guy just built his house right in the middle of the path. That's kind of a dick move. Ooh, lots of berry bushes here. A decent chunk of all kinds of good plant stuff. Whoa! These look insane. They look so different. Huh. Ooh. There's carrots here too. So many spiders. And trees doing funky things too. Alright. I'm getting a little bit fed up, so just wandering around. So we're gonna build our base right in here. Might be a good idea to harvest some wood, huh? Stay very still. Maybe the spiders won't mess with us. Oh, the light seems to extend just a little bit further in the direction that you're facing. Maybe? Could light a tree on fire, but that'd give us a lot of light, but that would run the risk of creating a cascade reaction, just making a big old forest fire. Nah, you're not that hungry, you're fine. Alright, so I think in the morrow... Actually, can we go ahead and make a science machine? What do we need? We need wood. We'll chop some wood down, really get on that logging, get a science machine up. So the full-size trees take 15 hits, I've noticed. And these mid-sized ones take 10. Somewhere thereabouts. Alright, let's grab these logs and these pine cones. Uh-oh. Can we give him pine cones? Okay. Alright, so we plant a pine cone and he's satisfied. Can we check? Okay. We probably don't want to attack him. He looks pretty terrifying. But I don't think he's actually going to mess with us. Get that science machine up. Now let's make... what's a backpack cost? Alright, now we got a backpack. What else can we get going? Probably want a shovel. So what these are is these are prototypes, which means we have to be next to the science machine when we first create them. But once we've got them made, then we're good. Let's see, there's like a way we can make like a chest or something too, I think. Might be under structures. Yeah, chest. Alright, it costs wood planks. So we can refine our wood into wood planks. Like that. Oh shit, the pigman's gonna fight him. I wanna watch this. Got front row tickets. I feel like the tree's gonna win that fight. Yes, it did. Okay, so if we plant a pine cone, let's see if we can lure him down here. So when we planted that pine cone before, he stopped messing with us. He didn't that time. Okay, he's not having any of our shit. I wonder if he and the spider people will fight each other. That'd be pretty interesting. See if we can get some monster on monster combat going. Come on, motherfucker. Guess not. Okay, well. I think we just outmaneuvered him anyway, so. Did we? Well, let's start cooking some stuff. I wonder if we could set him on fire with a torch. This feels really risky and dumb. Let's see if we can dodge that. Oh god, we cannot dodge that attack. Yeah. This is an unforeseen, annoying development. And eat these berries. Maybe if... okay, this is a little bit of a gambit. Okay. Don't burn the berry bush, no. What happens if he burns one of the pigmen houses? It looks like he's starting to go out. Okay, yeah. Let's say it's like he was starting to go out, but then like the other stuff would reignite him. Alright, come on, dude. Will that ignite? Whoa, evil flowers and a ring thing. I want that. I don't know what it does. A ring that could focus dimensional energies. That's... What the shit is even going on right now? We are just burning down everything. Okay, hold on through it. That dude is not... All the evil flowers burned up. That dude is not messing around, I swear. This is like the worst place I could have decided to try to set up a base, but it's awesome. Come at me, bro. I can take infinite numbers of these guys one at a time. This dude will chase me to the ends of the earth. What is this bullshit? How much fire damage how much health does this thing have? Oh my god, he should be burned to death by now. Maybe when the sun comes out, the pigmen will really mess him up. Here they come. Go pigmen, do it. Shit, I burned down all those good berry bushes, it looks like. Oh, got him. Oh, man. Oh, man. Came in for the kill. Alright. That's a good leaving off point, I feel like. We got these living logs. I don't even know what these do. That is nuts. But yeah, the next plan will be to establish an actual fire pit and to hopefully start some agriculture. But for now, we have a lot of berry bushes up here. It's pretty damn nice. I could relocate some of these. Yeah, we have an interesting start. I don't want to call it good, but it's interesting. Sign off for now.